I beg to mention hearing item 9, Lordship. My learned friend for the private respondent, he has difficulties with the Lordship. As such, it may be listed next Thursday, Lordship. It is a consensus prayer, Lordship.
Thursday. As paid for by Mr. Senti Younger. No, as paid for by the parties.
My lord, my lord.
List the matter again on Thursday next
Deeply obliged.
for hearing. Please give the date.
Right.
Yes.
Please, your lordship,
Hmm.
I beg to mention item number 8, lordship.
Hmm.
Lordship, we have not yet filed affidavit in opposition because due to the medical emergency of the respondent, we have not taken his brief yet. So kindly grant us 3 weeks time to file affidavit in opposition.
Your Lordship,
Yes.
as far as the contempt petition is concerned,
Hmm.
it's actually a family affair. So we were also reluctant to file this contempt petition. But there is clear evidence that after the status quo order was given by this court, some developments were being carried out by the respondent's party.
Hmm.
So, Your Lordship, here there is no question of filing any affidavit in opposition as such. A simple apology affidavit being filed, Your Lordship, that is sufficient. And if they do not continue with development, then my lord, this is a family affair. So the question of affidavit in opposition doesn't arise, Your Lordship. Simple apology affidavit is sufficient because there is a clear violation of this honorable court's order.
You are paying for which respondent?
The sole respondent.
Sole respondent.
Okay.
What do you say?
Lordship, because of some medical emergency in the family, or the respondent has not been, we have not taken the brief from him regarding this. So kindly grant us
Brief from whom?
from our client regarding this
Instruction.
instruction. We have not taken instruction.
What is your good name?
CD Rumsung, lordship.
Okay, we'll grant you some time. Get your instructions.
Lordship.
Not 3 weeks, it'll become after 2 weeks. All right.
Lordship, his younger brother is in the ICU. That is the problem.
But he's not in the ICU,
No,
na?
no.
Then
Then, my lord, my submission may kindly be recorded that there is a contempt of this honorable court's order. So a simple affidavit of apology is enough,
no, that we'll see for the
my
court to
lord.
see.
Your Lordship,
As it is, the nomenclature speaks that is a contempt petition.
my lord.
What more should we add on that? Mr. C.D. Runsung, learned counsel for the sole respondent, submits that due to medical emergency faced by the respondent, he is unable to obtain necessary instructions from him and therefore prays for 3 weeks' time. Stop considering the fact that the instant case is a contempt petition. Court grants 2 weeks' time to the respondents to obtain instructions and to file a show cause reply by the next day. List again after 2 weeks. All right.
Bless your
Also,
Lordship.
May it please your lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, I'd like to mention item 5. Lordship, I'm representing the state here.
There are only 14 matters today. Why do you mention?
No, I'd like some time, your lordship.
Item 5.
Item 5.
What do you want? You want some time for
Yes.
For
3
what?
weeks time, your lordship.
for filing counter?
Yes.
Okay, on the prayer of Mr. Moem Chen, Learned State Council. Further 3 weeks' time is granted for filing counter affidavit. List again after 3 weeks.
Population.
Yes.
This lordship,
Hmm.
I beg to mention item number 3.
Yeah.
This matter is supposed to be taken up after the disposal of the writ appeal.
Writ appeal has been disposed.
Not yet, your lordship.
Which writ appeal? Number?
Writ appeal number 28 of 2022.
Sorry?
28 of 2022.
Where is it pending?
It's Division bench.
No,
Sorry.
in Kohima or in principal
Kohima,
seat? What do you say?
No objection. However, our names have not been reflected in the cost list I'm for the respondent number 2.
What is your name, please?
Aaron Long, your lordship.
You have filed Vakalat Nama?
Yes, Lord.
Aaron?
Aaron Long.
Aaron Long.
Yes, lordship.
Okay. It is submitted at the bar that the instant writ petition is to be taken up after the disposal of writ appeal number 28 of 2022, which otherwise is said to be pending as on date. To stop as paid for by the parties, matter stands adjourned for
2 weeks.
2 weeks. parties to inform the court about the status of writ appeal number 28, 2022 on the next date. Stop. List the matter again after 2 weeks, indicating the name of Mr. R.N. Long, learned counsel for respondent number 2 in the cause list. Okay,
Lordship.
May it please your lordship.
yes,
My lord, I may be allowed to withdraw the item number 6. There are some fresh developments in the case, so if I may kindly be granted liberty to file a fresh.
liberty.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Item 6, you are for the,
The petitioner.
but your name is not shown, huh?
Lordship, in fact, it is the registry that has failed to show my name.
Mr. Joshua Sheki, learned counsel for the petitioner, submits that there are certain developments in the matter, and therefore he may be allowed to withdraw the writ petition with liberty to file afresh. Stop. The said prayer is not objected to by Mr. Kiangami, learned state counsel, appearing for the state respondents. Step next para, in view of above, the writ petition stands disposed as withdrawn. With liberty to the petitioner to file a fresh writ petition, if so advised.
Obliged, your lordship.
This Lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 7, Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, here I've received the affidavit in reply filed by the petitioner, Lordship. So
Ah.
I need some instructions, Lordship. So can you grant me some time, Lordship?
How much time?
If 2 weeks' time may be granted, Lordship.
All right, as paid for by Miss
S. Chang.
S. Chang, learned state counsel, appearing for the state respondents. 2 weeks' time is granted to obtain instructions on the affidavit in reply filed by the petitioner. List again after 2 weeks.
Lordship. Lordship, I also beg to mention item number 11, Lordship, on behalf of Pichano, Lordship. If this matter can come up after 2 weeks, Lordship. I've sent my affidavit for vetting, Lordship.
But this is for hearing.
Lordship. But, Lordship, I have sent my affidavit for vetting, Lordship.
Now, how did it reach at the hearing stage without pleadings being complete? Mr.
Some instructions were to be obtained and Lordship,
It is submitted by the learned state counsel that the counter affidavit has been sent for vetting and will be filed within the period of 2 weeks. And for which permission is sought from this court. To stop considering the prayer made, the matter stands adjourned for 2 weeks. State respondents to file their counter affidavit in the meantime.
obliged, Lordship.
May it please your lordship. Your lordship, I beg to mention item number 10, your lordship. For respondent number 5, your lordship. Your lordship, here the leading counsel is in its boss of your lordship. If the matter can be posted on 27, your lordship.
Who is that leading counsel?
Majami, your lordship.
Is it disposed?
It's for hearing, your lordship. Who is in this boss of your lordship?
Respondent number 5.
Your lordship.
Any objection?
Mm.
Mr. Moa Jamil, learned counsel appearing for respondent number 5 is said to be indisposed on a prayer made on his behalf and not objected to by the parties. That's the matter again on
27, your lordship.
27 on 27 June.
Your lordship. Much obliged.
Lordship, I'd like
Yes.
to mention item 12 from the supplementary cost list
Well,
on behalf of 2C Temzen.
yes, what we want?
The matter may be listed after 2 weeks, Madam.
Why?
He's out of station.
Why is it fixed otherwise?
Lordship is for hearing, lordship. Fixed for hearing. Links are completed, so
Right.
it's for hearing today.
I see. So what to do, Mr. He's out of station.
No objection, lordship.
Sir Toshi Temjen, foreigner learned counsel for the petitioner is said to be out of station. And on a mention made on his behalf by
On behalf of.
Pakin Richavo, learned counsel, and not objected to by the other side, the matter stands adjourned for 2 weeks. Yes.
But
For admission, item number 1.
may I please, lordship.
Yes,
Lordship, I may be granted the last opportunity to file an objection, lordship. It's under preparation, lordship. So kindly grant me 2 weeks' time, lordship, as last opportunity.
counter affidavit,
Lordship, counter affidavit.
Mr. Fosiko Fote, learned counsel for the respondent,
All the respondents, Lordship.
learned counsel for the respondents
Lordship.
submits that the counter affidavit is under preparation and is almost ready. Stop. He submits that he will be able to file the same within a period of 2 weeks from today. Stop. Considering the submission made, matter stands adjourned for 2 weeks. Respondents to file their affidavit in opposition by the next date.
Lordship.
For admission, item number 2.
Lordship, similar prayer, Lordship.
Okay. Similar
Lordship,
order.
Similar. Applies, ma'am.
For admission, item number 4.
Maybe. Maybe, Lordship, the petitioners are making a sincere endeavor to make the payment to the respondent, Lordship. On the last occasion, Lordship, the petitioner has paid some, given some checks, but due to some problems, the petitioner could not pay the respondents. Moreover, Lordship,
You are for the petitioner.
Lordship, not for the petitioner.
Okay, what is this case about?
Lordship, here is regarding some the petitioner has taken the money from on the request of the respondent, where we have supposed to give some goods, but we cannot deliver the goods, Lordship. So, Lordship, accordingly, we were supposed to make the payment.
Just a minute. You are supposed to supply some machinery
Missionaries, Lordship,
and
project and stone crusher.
could not,
We could not deliver.
so all the amount has been paid.
No, we,
Advance, only advance was given.
yes, Lordship, we issued some check last year, but since the company was expecting some bills to be cleared by the central government.
It bounced.
Yes, the check is bound.
The check
All-
has
all-
bounced.
All five,
Okay.
all five. Not sure, I was informed that the respondents, they have initiated the NIA case against the petitioner also.
Hmm.
Even otherwise, it's all, Lordship, at this juncture, Lordship, we're making an endeavor, the petitioners are making an endeavor to make the payments, full payment, Lordship, part by part. So we are expecting some clearance from now, since now that the elections are also over. So we're expecting the central government, some departments were supposed to get some money. So if we get those bills cleared in 1-2 weeks, Lordship, we will be paying to the respondent, Lordship. So my humble prayer today, Lordship, is if Lordship can kindly, this honorable court can kindly grant me two more weeks' time, Lordship.
After 2 weeks, what will happen?
Lordship, within 2 weeks, we'll do, Lordship.
How much is pending? How
40
much
lakhs.
are you to pay?
40 lakhs, Lordship.
40 lakhs, 40.
Lordship,
It's a round figure.
round figure. Lordship,
The amount 51, like
Sorry,
8,800
where's that amount?
in my joint affidavit.
Joint
40 lakhs, 8,800 plus,
counter
it's
affidavit?
11 lakhs with interest.
No, which affidavit? Joint affidavit.
Yes, my lord.
What is this joint affidavit?
The-
Acha,
the
both.
Petitioner assured to pay in
Oh,
5 installment
yes.
basis.
Acha.
We have come with a,
So where's the amount, the figure, page? 51,
On paragraph 4, page 2.
51 lakhs,
Yes, my lord, including
8,000.
interest.
8,800. But you are saying, Mr. Fosiko, you're saying 40 lakhs
Lordship, that's 51 lakhs is including the interest.
interest. So how much are you paying?
Not a penny, Lordship, as of now.
You have not paid any money.
No, we have,
So this, after filing of the joint affidavit, which was filed when? In December last year,
Yes,
Lordship.
my lord.
we are at least half year now.
I will pay, Lordship.
Nothing is happening.
But since due to the ongoing election,
So how do we?
our appeals were
how do
stopped.
how do we?
Lordship, Lordship may be gracious enough to at least 2 more weeks, Lordship, as large opportunity, Lordship.
No. But what is
Even-
the surety?
Lordship.
1 week, 2 weeks, 3
yes,
weeks? That
this-
is just a number. What is the surety on your part that this is being arranged? And we are going to get this money on this, so on this date? And I need this much time.
We're not certain about the date, but Lordship,
Yeah.
since due to the ongoing election, our appeal was
Election
stopped.
is,
Now
election is
election's
there.
over.
After election is over, something else will come again.
Lordship, due to
So,
all code of
this-
conduct, Lordship,
this-
bills are not being
This appears to be
released,
a
Lordship.
ongoing excuse,
Lordship.
isn't it?
Yes, Lordship.
Mr.
Lordship
Pakin
is
Chabo, what
gracious
do you say?
enough to-
Are you
My-
insisting?
My humble prayer is that the petitioner has authorized the Sri Manish Chitora to represent, and he have executed a joint affidavit. So on the next date, he may be summoned to give explanation.
Where's the statement that they will give by this time or that time?
Joint affidavit.
Show
joint
me
affidavit.
paragraph, which paragraph?
Compare all, my lord.
Hmm?
Payment as a start from December, my lord. I filed first IA. First check was bounced on 2012.
Mr. Pakin Chabo, I'm asking you, where in the joint affidavit does it say that the money will be given by this date or that date? Anything?
No date.
On paragraph 5, my lord. On paragraph 5.
Read.
Noted that petitioner is before this honorable court with post-dated checks amounting to rupees 51 lakh 8,800 only, to be paid in favor of the respondent in 5 installments, and the first check to be drawn on 2012-2023, and the remaining checks to be drawn after a gap of 20 days each.
So
So
despite
Lordship,
this undertaking, there's no payment made.
Lordship,
Yes, my lord.
First check was done on 2012-2023.
Yes, my lord.
What has happened then?
Lordship, in fact, we have given the checks, but all the checks, no payment will be made. Because we didn't have insufficient,
So
sufficient.
what is the
balance.
point of writing this kind of checks then? You should be prosecuted
Lordship, we
for
were-
giving checks like that when you know that there's no money in your account.
we were expecting that the government would clear the bills, but till now that got done. This morning I had a conversation with this person, it's a Manish Chitore, and he has said that by, in 2 weeks' time, we are expecting some bills to be cleared. So
Manish Chitori is what? He's the
he's the
Manager.
managing director,
managing director of
Rock, the company,
which company? What is the
Rock.
name of the company?
Rojak Asia Limited,
Based in where? Where are they based?
Rajasthan, Lordship.
So we'll dismiss this criminal revision petition, let the criminal proceedings be initiated against him,
Lordship.
isn't it? What is the
Yes,
point? Because you come to the High Court, make an affidavit, you don't go by your affidavit, very unfortunate.
Yes, Lordship. I've been,
So you go and clear your name in the trial court.
Lordship will be gracious enough to grant me to roam next time, Lordship.
Failing which, what will happen? You tell me.
Lordship can.
Please set your condition.
This honorable,
Failing which, what will you do?
this honorable court can dismiss the petition, Lordship.
Okay,
In fact, there was a interim in this case, but interim was also vacated, Lordship.
Mr. Pakin Richabo, learned counsel appears for the, oh, sorry. We cancel that. Mr. Fosiko Fote, learned counsel appears for the petitioner. And Mr. Pakin Richabo, learned counsel appears for the sole respondent. By filing this criminal revision petition, where's your prayer portion?
Where is it? Page 8, Lordship.
Under section 397, read with sections 401/482 CRPC. The petitioner prays for quashing and setting aside criminal complaint case number 1 of 2022, which is pending before the learned Chief Judicial Magistrate, Kifre Nagaland. The criminal complaint has been initiated by the respondent on account of failure on the part of the petitioner to supply the machineries despite having received payment for the same in installments. Stop. At the outset, Mr. Fosiko Fote and Mr. Pakin Richabo, learned counsel for the respondent, has drawn the attention of the joint affidavit filed by the petitioner and by the respondent on 14/12/2023, which goes to show that the petitioner has come with, which goes to show that the parties have come to an amicable settlement to make the entire payment of the amount due along with interest amounting to rupees 51,08,800 to the petitioner. By issuing 5 numbers of checks in anticipation of the fund to be received by the petitioner firm or company. Firm or company? Firm.
Company.
Petitioner company. Who stopped despite the joint affidavit and the undertaking made. No amount has been paid to the petition, to the respondent till date. Mr. Foseka Forte, learned counsel, submits that the petitioner is expecting some of the bills of the company to be cleared by the government within the next 2 weeks. And therefore, he prays for 2 weeks' time. To enable the petitioner arrange the fund required. Stop, next para. It is, however, seen that in terms of the joint affidavit dated 14/12/2023, the checks which are post-dated could not be encashed since the petitioner did not have any fund in his own account. Full stop. Such being the position, the joint affidavit does not serve the purpose to persuade this court to entertain the criminal revision petition. Stop. However, for the ends of justice, in view of the submissions made by Mr. Foseka Forte, the matter stands adjourned for 2 weeks. To be listed again on so and so. Give a date.
So my lord, if I may be allowed to press on my prayer again, since Manish Chitora have executed his own affidavit, he is answerable to the Honorable Court. Why the check issued by him have bounced? And since his action,
I'll make that observation. Give a date. To be
My lord.
listed again on 2 weeks, no? 2 weeks. Today's 21st. On 4th of July.
what's the like?
Stop. It is also made clear that if the petitioner does not come up with any acceptable it doesn't come up with any amount which is acceptable to the respondent, court may consider summoning the deponent, Sri Manish Chitora. Court may consider directing the personal appearance of Sri Manish Chitora before this court.
Highly applied. My lord,
Yes.
I failed to mention there's an interim order in item 12. So please, it can be reflected.
Yes,
in the
item 12, we say interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next date. Item 12.
highly-
For hearing item number 13.
Where's the applicant?
I'm appealing to VC, Your Lordship.
Oh, you're here. Yes.
Your Lordship, this is an 439 application.
Mm.
The accused is in jail since 24 February 2024. He is arrested in connection with Dimapur West case number 13/24 under section 21C NDPS and 34 IPC. Your Lordship, if you kindly peruse the seizure list, which is at page 11, only a mobile has been seized from me and some photographs were in the mobile. Based on this, I have been connected with this case and made an accused and I'm in jail. Particularly, Your Lordship, Section 21 of NDPS specifically mentions of something like manufacturing, possess, sale, purchase, transport, import, all these things.
Just
Nothing
a
of
minute. NDNPS, please, Act, NDNPS Act. Where Act? Yes, please continue.
nothing of this, if merely basing on a photograph seized from a mobile, this section has been imposed and he's been imposed. Your Lordship, has there been any seizures of any drugs or something like that? We know the legal provision very well. We could not have opposed this for a bail application under 439. Only merely a photograph, some photographs on his mobile phone, Your Lordship. And he has been arrested and connected with this case and is in prison, Your Lordship. And Section 21 specifically does not have any provision for any photographs or like these things. It speaks of manufacturing, possessing, sale, purchase, transport, import, interstate, all these things are there. Nothing of just photograph or like that, Your Lordship.
What was that photograph? Photograph of drugs?
Or something like that.
Huh?
Your Lordship, that mobile has been seized and whatever the investigations were done had already been completed, Your Lordship, on part of the petitioner before Your Lordship.
Whose mobile is that?
It is a petitioner before Your Lordship, Salim Ahmed. His
Okay.
mobile was seized.
Petitioner's mobile.
Yeah.
There were some
And-
photographs in the mobile phone,
Yes, Your Lordship.
and for that reason, he was arrested.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Otherwise, no drugs have been recovered from possession.
Nothing is
And
there.
you are in custody since 24/2/2024.
Yes, Your Lordship. Yes.
Did you apply for bail anywhere?
I have applied in the special court NDPS in Dimapur. Same was rejected, and it is at annexer number 4, Your Lordship.
Yeah, the order is here, your rejection order.
Yes.
Which
It is
page number?
page number, Your Lordship. The annexer 4, page number 12, Your Lordship.
Filed by the brother.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Who is this Moxidul Momin?
Upon his statement, the petitioner was arrested. Some drugs were recovered from him.
Drugs was recovered from Moxidul.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Then upon taking his statements, he has also accused the instant petitioner.
Yes, Your Lordship. Upon his statement, instant petitioner was taken into custody. His mobile was seized. Some photographs were there, and he was arrested and connected with this case, Your Lordship.
How much has been recovered? 280 grams.
280 grams, Your Lordship.
280 grams is what? Commercial quantity.
Commercial quantity, yes, Your Lordship.
Hmm. No, mobile phone has been utilized for ordering drugs like Zomato. I
Nothing
want
like
one
this.
packet of drugs. You give me, supply me this packet of drugs. And your mobile phone has been used for that.
It is the version of the police persons that they were connecting with this case, but merely some photographs were recovered, Your Lordship. Merely some photographs, Your Lordship.
Okay, anyway, let us ask the PP. You have the CD?
Yes, Your Lordship. I have the state
Is up to date?
Lordship.
What is the relevant portion? You have
Yep.
liked it,
Yes, Your Lordship, the statement of the applicant is at page 10.
page 10.
Yes, Your
This is the
Lordship.
applicant,
Yes, Salim Ahmed.
Salim Ahmed.
Ahmed, yes.
He's the one who's before this court.
Yes, your lordship. He's the one before the court.
Salim Ahmed, okay.
Yes, your lordship. So, your lordship, I've underlined the relevant portion. The admission made by the applicant that he is involved in the case, your lordship. He further stated.
Yes, what do you say?
So, your lordship, here, there is a clear case that the applicant is involved in this case, your lordship. He has handed over to the Muxidul moment for where the drug has been seized, your lordship. So the motive, your lordship, here is the same. There are 4 accused in this case, your lordship. But this Muxidul moment is a juvenile. So, your lordship, he has been,
Who has been apprehended so far?
so 4 of them has been apprehended, your lordship.
4 of them.
Yes, your lordship. So there is a prima facie case, your lordship, granting of bail.
No, but what he says here is that he was doing that for to earn some commission,
Lordship,
to
lordship.
earn some commission.
Yes, your lordship. But his motive is that he has ordered some more drugs from the record of the WhatsApp, your lordship. It has been shown that he has ordered. That means his intention is to do illegal.
Yes, Mr. Counsel,
Lordship,
Commissioner.
merely.
see, no, see, just listen.
Yeah.
Some drugs were seized from a juvenile.
Yes, sir.
Now, from the statements recorded from interrogation of the juvenile, it turns out that some other persons were involved, including the instant applicant.
Yes.
And that is why he was arrested. And in fact, what he was doing was he was ordering some drugs from somebody for onward sale to somebody else. And for that, he was expecting some reward. So the thing is that he's in the knowledge that these materials which have been ordered are banned substance. There are drugs. So it doesn't mean that you have to be in possession of the drugs in your hand or in your pocket. Correct? You are somehow involved, or at least you'll be you can be charged for abetment. So where is the prima facie case that you are innocent at this stage?
Lordship, that.
I've seen the case diary.
Yes, Lord.
Hmm. So,
Already more than 100 days have passed, your lordship,
maybe
and
you're not asking for default bail, are you?
no, no, no. Your lordship.
Okay,
Default
then at this stage, we are not entertaining.
bail.
Heard,
Can you
Mr.
consider no other such criminal activities were involved earlier, your lordship, this person?
Correct, but you have full knowledge that you are dealing with drugs.
Yes.
This is the thing. Heard, your good name, please? Mr.
That Khalid, your lordship.
Z.
That
Khalid, Learned Counsel for the petitioner who submits that by filing this application under section 439 CRPC, the applicant prays for grant of bail. He submits that the applicant was arrested in connection with Dimapur West PS case number 13 of 2024, registered under section 34 IPC, read with section 21 bracket C of the NDNPS Act. And since his arrest on 24/2/2024, he is in custody till date. The Learned Counsel submits that the application for bail submitted by the applicant before the Court of Special Judge NDNPS Dimapur was rejected by order dated 22/5/2024. Therefore, the applicant is before this court with the instant application. Next para, the Learned Counsel submits that the applicant was arrested in the instant case merely on the basis of some photographs found in his mobile phone and that no drugs were seized from his possession. He submits that the petitioner is not involved with the seizure of the drugs and therefore he may be granted bail. Miss
S. Mary.
S. Mere, Learned Public
PP.
Prosecutor,
Yes.
Public Prosecutor Nagle, has produced the case diary. Upon perusal of the case diary, more particularly the statements of the applicant which was recorded by the investigating officer, it appears that the applicant was aware of the fact that the co-accused person was dealing with drugs and he had contacted him to send him the photographs of the drugs so that he could send the same to his source for disposal of the same. Next para, considering the submissions made and upon perusal of the case diary, court finds that the applicant is aware of the fact that he is he's aware of the fact that the co-accused persons are involved in the drugs business, and in order to earn some commission or otherwise, he has tried to arrange for some customers for disposing the said drugs. Prima facie, therefore, it appears that the applicant has some involvement in the matter, and therefore, upon due consideration, court is not inclined to grant bail to the applicant. According, the bail application stands rejected.
I'm obliged.
All right.
Obliged, your lord.
For hearing item number 14.
Ms. Mary, you take back this diary. Three zero four part two.
Yes, your lordship.
Give me the IPC.
Your lordship, the punishment is up to 10 years,
But you got 5 years.
my lord.
You got 5 years.
Yes.
Concession, 5 years concession. Huh?
In fact, your lordship, here, in the course of hearing, I am hoping that my lord will appreciate this fact that this is an act in self-defense. So in a situation where your life is in danger, my lord will also appreciate the judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court, the catena of decisions. In a spur of the moment, a man is not expected to use that the mathematical calculation of how exact a man is supposed to act. You know, in a situation like this, the spur of the moment, unfortunate that his younger brother passed away.
They are brothers,
They're brothers, real brothers.
real brothers.
Yes, your lordship.
Same parents.
Yes, your lordship. So they were,
So that is why 304, otherwise it would have been 302.
lordship,
If there was intention, then you might have been booked by under 302. 304 is something, which doesn't amount to
your
murder.
lordship, there was no intention, pre-intention also was not there. In an act of self-defense, the younger brother tried to shoot the elder brother, and the gun was fired, which was heard by the witnesses also. It is in the evidence also, your lordship. Then he snatched the gun. In the process, he hit his younger brother with the gun butt. And the younger brother passed away because with the butt of the gun, cartouche.
Where did he hit? On the head?
Yes.
In the head? On the head?
In the swing, yes. In the scuffle, he grabbed the gun and then it hit.
No.
Yes.
The
Hit his
gun,
brother's head.
the gun butt has to hit on a
The head.
particular
Yes, your lordship.
sensitive area
So the head.
that one swipe may like cause his life.
Yes, your
Must have
lordship.
been the head.
It was in the head.
Okay.
So it's unfortunate that.
He could have hit anywhere. Why? But why the head?
No, your lordship, that is the. In the
So
spur
that
of
is
the
why
moment.
this is what
Yes,
is
your
conviction.
lordship. Yeah, that is, with a clear head.
No,
That's a simple common
I
sense. Clear
understand.
head.
I understand. You're trying to paint a picture that brothers, there's a heated argument, and without any such kind of predetermination that he will kill him, it was sort of an accident.
My lord.
Correct.
So,
But the gun butt, normally, I mean, if you don't intend to harm anybody that much, you hit anywhere. But
in fact,
if
your
you hit the
lordship,
head means it's very crucial.
it is unfortunate that the case may have been the other way around. It was the younger brother who took to
Correct,
shoot his
correct.
brother dead.
Gun was fired.
Yes,
He missed.
yes.
Okay.
Then the gun missed and the gunshot was also heard by the neighbors also.
Okay.
So in the process, the younger brother unfortunately succumbed to the hit on the head.
Mm.
And in that of losing sanity, apparently he also did not hit only once, but he hit more than once. And then he came to his sense. He tried to rescue his brother, but his brother, by the time.
Okay,
Yes,
let's
your
go by
lordship.
the evidence.
Yes, my lord.
Where's the FIR?
Your lordship, the FIR is at page 65 to 67.
Please read, page 67. FIR dated
17/9/2021.
Huh? 17. No, it's not 17. It's 20, I think.
Lordship,
Mr. Angami, you have the paper book. What is the date?
20, Lordship.
20.
Yes, 23, 2020.
Signature is by the magistrate, perhaps.
oh, yes, Your Lordship, my apologies, Your Lordship. 23,
2020.
yes, Your Lordship, 2020.
Who has lodged this FIR?
Your Lordship, this is Sumoto FIR lodged by the SDPO, the Sub-Divisional Police Officer Bhandari. The
Yes.
information was, yes,
Please,
Your Lordship.
please read.
My Lord. The FIR, may I read, my Lord?
Yes.
To the officer in charge, Police Station Bandari, subject to fire. Sir, with due respect, I have the honor to state that the following lines, for favor of necessary action, please. That, sir, a telephonic information was received at PS to the effect that one person has been chopped to death. Actually, the language is a little wrong, Your Lordship.
It's okay, whatever it is, you have to read it.
Yes, Your Lordship, chopped to death at Leo Waka village. Accordingly, self with party left to PO, and on arrival at PO, it was confirmed that Zanabemo Humsoi, son of late Monrao, murdered his own brother Oponthang. Accordingly, inquest over the dead body was conducted and the dead body was handed over to the family members on refusal to conduct post-mortem examination on the spot. I therefore request you to register a case under an appropriate section of law.
Now, what is the date of the incident? On which date, time, nothing mentioned.
Your Lordship, it will be in my petition.
A telephonic information was received at PS to the effect that so and so.
My Lord.
Self and party went to the PO and confirmed the incident. That this was on which date? And this is given by the SDPO. He's a responsible officer, SDPO.
My Lord.
Should mention the date. On this date, on this time, I received information.
Your Lordship.
Then what happened? Thereafter, charge sheet. Investigation was conducted.
Your Lordship. The arrest memo, the seizure memo, the inquest report, refusal of post-mortem, handing over a dead body, confessional statement under section 164 CRPC. Shall we go to the confessional statement, my lord?
No, you go to the charge sheet.
My lord. Page 84 to 86. It's very short of the charge sheet.
Brief history, read that,
Your Lordship.
page 48.
The brief prosecution story of the case is that on 23/2020, a written suo motu FIR was received at PS from Sri Sukhomo Kikon, NPS SDPO Bhandari, stating that a telephonic information was received at the PS to the effect that one person has been chopped to death at Leo Waka, Old Village. Accordingly, self with party left to PO and arrival at the PO, it was confirmed that Zanabemo Humsoi, son of late Monroe, murdered his own brother Oponthang. Accordingly, inquest over the dead body was conducted and the dead body was handed over to the family members on refusal to conduct post-mortem examination on the spot. Accordingly, on receipt of the complaint report, OC registered case wide so-and-so under section 302. Initially, it was under 302, Your Lordship, and endorsed the case investigation by my name. Accordingly, I also took up the case. During the course of investigation, the accused person mentioned in the FIR was arrested and taken into custody, and the implement used for the commission of the offense was seized in a prescribed format 12-bore SBBL gun with broken butt and bent barrel. Later, inquest over the dead body was conducted, and on being refused to conduct post-mortem examination over the dead body by the relatives, the dead body was handed over to Sri Y. James Humsoi, uncle of the accused and the deceased. Later, house owner Sri Niribemo Humsoi and the GB of the village Sri Sachuo Tungoi were examined and recorded their statement shown in Annexure C and D, and came to light that the deceased and the accused person were brothers and sheltering in the village, Ilo village, or Waka Old. For the past few days, as they are from Sungkha village, during the period Zanabemo Humsoi murdered his younger brother, Opontang. It was also confirmed that gunshot could be heard by the villagers at about 11 p.m. Accordingly, the accused person who has been taken into custody was thoroughly examined, and he admitted that he murdered his younger brother by smashing his head with a 12-bore SBBL gun and its barrel in defense after overpowering him as the victim first fired upon him. Accordingly, on his voluntary admission, he was forwarded to the Honorable Court along with seized implement vide MR number so dated 23/2020. Hence, in the light of the above facts and circumstances, a prima facie case has been found well established against accused Zanabemo Humsoi, 32 years, son of Monrao, village Singkha, PO Post, Bandari, District Waka, so-and-so, under Section 302 IPC. I therefore sent him up for trial to stand charged under the above noted section of law against the accused person mentioned above. Witnesses noted in column 13 of his form shall prove the case and may be summoned by the Honorable Court after fixing the date and time of hearing. Your Lordship.
Okay.
Shall we go to the evidence?
Yes, yes.
Next page, page 87.
This is your appeal. You take me any way you want to.
My Lord.
We'll see.
Your Lordship.
It's better if you go in sequence, nah?
Yes, Your Lordship.
We've seen the FIR now, we've seen the charge sheet. Now, how many witnesses are there?
There are actually only five witnesses and one defense witness.
Who is the defense witness?
Defense witness is
Uncle.
his uncle,
Uncle.
the uncle.
Who received the dead body?
Yes, Your Lordship, James Humsoi. Statements are short, so I may be allowed to read, Your Lordship.
Surely.
PW1, page 87.
DW1 or PW?
PW1.
Okay.
PW1, Your Lordship. Statement was taken on 17/9/2021. L. Sukumo Kikon, that is the complainant, Your Lordship, the SDPO. Posted at Bandari as SDPO since 2019. On 19/3/2020, it was already late at night. I received an information through phone that one person has been murdered at Leo Waka Old Village. Immediately, along with the PS staff, I went to the place of occurrence, and on reaching the village, I saw a dead body lying on a bed. I was told that his own brother, namely Zanabemo Humsoi, had murdered him. The inquest over the dead body was conducted by other officer. As the family members of the deceased refused for a post-mortem examination, the dead body was handed over to them from the place of occurrence that night itself. When I inquired as to how the incident had happened, I was told by those persons who were gathered at the place of occurrence that the accused had hit his brother Opontang on the head with a 12-bore SBBL gun, which has caused the death. They showed me the gun used by the accused to hit his brother. I identified the seized gun, which is exhibited wide, so and so is the same one which I saw at the place of occurrence. I identified the accused Zanabe Mahum Soy, who is presently standing on the dock. The following day, I lodged an FIR at the Bhandari PS in connection with this incident. As OC was on leave, I registered a case at Bhandari PS case number 7 of 2020 under section 302 IPC and endorsed the case to SIC's Yanpemo for investigation. Exhibit so-and-so is the FIR which I have lodged and registered, and I identify my signature marked as exhibit P4A and P4B. The cross-examination. I cannot identify nor ascertain the name of the victim. It's strange that, as denied, Your Lordship, SIC Yanpemo conducted the inquest upon the dead body. There were supposed to be some eyewitnesses during the alleged assault by the accused person upon the victim. However, I'm in a position to identify a name. Should be, I'm not, Your Lordship. I'm in a position to identify and name any of those eyewitnesses. I cannot specifically mention the name of the person or informer who told me that the alleged accused murdered his brother. The alleged issue which led to argument between the two brothers could not be ascertained. I agreed to the suggestion that the cause of death of the accused deceased was not ascertained, as I could not identify or observe an external and internal injury on the body of the deceased. Re-examination. At the place of occurrence, I did not inquire much about the incident. I instructed SIC Yanpemo to do all the necessary inquiries. Next, Your Lordship, we do.
So now we know that the incident happened on 19/3.
Yes, Your Lordship,
Although it was not mentioned in the FIR.
my lord. Exactly.
FIR he lodged the next day.
Yes, Your Lordship.
19 night, the incident happened.
That's the incident, Your Lordship.
Okay, page 89 is the PW2.
Two.
Who is the PW2?
C. Yanpemo Shitio.
Ayo,
Yes, Your Lordship,
okay.
the SI who was entrusted. I am the IO in this case. Your Lordship, shall we skip the PW2 and first go through the other witnesses' statement? Because the IO, better to read it at the end if my lord may agree.
Okay.
Page 93 and 94, Your Lordship, this is PW3. May I read, my lord?
93.
My lord,
Who is
93,
PW3?
94. This is Nribemo Humzoe.
Who is he?
He's a witness to the seizure and inquest, Your Lordship.
Page number 93.
93, 94.
Where is it written PW3?
It's at the top, Your Lordship, the deposition of witness number 3. Small in bracket.
Okay. Please read.
Presently, I'm residing at native village, Leo Waka Old, and I'm a cultivator by profession. I personally know accused Zanabemo and his family since long time back. He was staying at my house for 4 to 5 months prior to the present incident. He was involved in a road construction which was going on between my village and Sungha village. Most of the time, he is away at the site looking after the ongoing works. Sometimes he stays at the camp, and at times he comes and spend the night with my house to visit his brother and stay for 1 to 2 days at times. On 19/3/2020, both of them reached.
Just a minute. He's the house owner.
Yes, Your Lordship, they're all cousins.
The deceased was staying in his house
Apparently, Your Lordship.
and he used to come and visit the accused person.
Yes,
That's what he's saying. All right.
yes, Your Lordship.
On 19/3.
19/3/2020, both of them reached my compound in the evening, and I saw them arguing with each other, though I do not know what they were discussing. I pacified them to settle down and go to sleep. Thereafter, I also went to my room and slept. At about 10:30 to 11 p.m., I heard a gunshot. At the same time, I was woken up by Zanabemo saying that he had killed his brother Opontang. Immediately, I went inside my room and saw Opontang lying on the ground dead with oozing from his head. I like to state here that the incident took place in my residential compound. I immediately informed my village GB Sacho Tungoi about the incident. Thereafter, he also came to my house, resident, and also informed the police about it. I also like to mention here in that when I went out of my room, I saw 12-bore SBBL gun laying on the ground a little away from the ground where the body was laying. Actually, this gun belongs to my younger brother, Robin. But prior to the incident, Opontang was using it. I saw that the gun was broken, the barrel bent. I will also be able to identify the seized gun. I identify my signature marked as Exhibit P1A and a seizure memo Exhibit P1. In the course of investigation, the family members of the deceased for post-mortem examination, so it was immediately handed over to his family. I identify my signature marked as Exhibit so-and-so and Exhibit such and such, which was refusal for post-mortem examination. I also identify my signature marked as Exhibit so-and-so and handing over of dead body. I identify accused Zanabemo, who is presently standing on the dock. Then a cross-examination, Your Lordship. It is correct to state that throughout the period that the accused stayed at our place, I had never seen involved in any bad activities. It is correct to state that the accused was not in possession of a gun when I went and pacified the accused and the victim while they were quarreling inside the house. It is correct to state that I have not seen the two brothers quarreling or fighting on any other days. It is correct to state that both of them were drunk on that night. It is correct to state that I did not see the incident with my own eye. It is correct to state that the gun was in good shape prior to the incident. It is correct to state that the gun was broken and the barrel was bent when I saw the gun nearby the dead body. It is correct to state that I'm not aware about the reason behind the incident. Your Lordship, the next page. This is PW4. Sachu Tungoi, the GB of the village. Page 95, my lord. PW4.
Yes,
It's also the PW4 is written in very small letter.
yes.
At present, I'm the head GB of Leo Waka Old Village. It was around 10 to 10:30 p.m. on 19/3/2020, while I was sleeping in my own home. Mr. Tungchamo, son of Sri Niribemo, came and informed me that Zanabemo had murdered his own brother, Opontang. At the relevant time, the brothers, that is Zanabemo and Opontang, were residing in the house of Niribemo, and Zanabemo was supervising the ongoing construction in my village. On reaching Niribemo house, I saw the dead body on the ground and Zanabemo was standing near it. Except Niribemo, the owner of the house, there was nobody else, and I found the incident had happened in the compound of Nribemo's house. I asked who had murdered Opontang, to which the accused replied that he had killed his own brother by hitting him with a gun. As it was an unnatural death, I told Zanabemo to stay at the same place and inform their family members in the same village. I was also present at the place of occurrence till the arrival of the police. After the police investigated the formalities, the dead body was handed over to the family members. I identified a seized gun with broken butt, which is exhibited as Exhibit P1, and identify my signature marked as Exhibit P1P thereon. After the arrival of the police, I also examined the dead body and I saw an injury mark on the backside of the head. As the cause of the death was known, the family members refused for post-mortem to examine the dead body, and it was handed over to the family members from the place of occurrence. I identify my signature, which is marked as so-and-so, and on Exhibit P2, which is the refusal of the post-mortem examination. I identify the accused who is presently standing in the dock. Then, Your Lordship, the next page is a cross-examination. It is a fact that the arm which was used in an alleged crime belonged to Robin Humtsoi. It is a fact that Robin Humtsoi was out of station, but I was informed by the father of Robin Humtsoi that the deceased Oponthong collected the gun from the house of Robin Humtsoi in an attempt to shoot his brother. That was at night, Your Lordship. I denied a suggestion that it was gunshot in the village as I was asleep. It is a fact that the deceased and accused were loving brothers, and there were no instance of any misunderstanding between the brothers. Re-examination. When I reached the place of occurrence, I saw the gun which was already damaged and lying on the ground near the dead body. I was told that the gun belonged to Robin Humtsoi, who was not residing at the village at the relevant time. When I asked the accused how the brother has died, he told me that he hit his brother with the gun which was lying on the ground. Then, Your Lordship, the PW5, next page. This is a school teacher, high school teacher. At present, I'm the headmaster in the government high school, Changsu village. At that relevant time, that is 19/3/2020, I was in my farm at Hai Yan. When I heard about the news of the death of Oponthong, immediately I went to the place of occurrence. As the victim and myself belongs to the same clan, I went there to inquire as to how it happened. On reaching there, I saw the dead body inside the room. After the arrival of the police, all the formalities were completed. Till that time, the family members of the victims were yet to arrive. So I officially received the dead body and waited till the arrival of the family members. When the victims' families arrived, they took over the dead body and I went back to my farm. I identified the accused person who is presently standing in the dock. I also identify my signature so-and-so, exhibit so-and-so, which is handing / taking over the dead body. Then, my lord, shall we come back to the
He who took over the dead body?
uncle Y. James Humtsoi, he handed over the dead body to the family members.
Okay.
The PW5 is the uncle of both the present accused as well as the deceased.
Yes.
Your Lordship, now shall we go to the statement of the IO, the PW2 at page 89? Page 89, 89. May I read, my lord?
Yes.
I am the IO in this case. On 19/3/2020, telephone received at the PS Bhandari informing that one person was beaten to death at Leo Waka Old Village. Immediately, self and party went to the place of occurrence and confirmed that A1, accused number 1, in fact, he's the only one, Your Lordship, murdered his own brother Oponthong. I conducted the inquest report in this case on 23/2020 at about 1:47 hours. At the time of inquest, on examination of the deceased body, seen injury mark on the forehead and also smashed the head portion. Exhibit P5 is the inquest, Your Lordship. The injury, the area of injury is also important to determine on how the incident took place, Your Lordship. So injury mark on the forehead and also smash, the head portion smashed. Exhibit P5 is the inquest report prepared by me and Exhibit P5A is my signature. Thereafter, the dead body of Oponthong Humtsoi was handed over to Y. James Humtsoi after observing all the legal formalities on refusal by the deceased relatives to conduct post-mortem examination. Exhibit P2 is the refusal of post-mortem examination already exhibited. Exhibit P3 is the taking of dead body exhibited. And Exhibit P3D is my name and signature. In this connection, SDPO Sukimo lodged FIR before the Bandari PS OC. As the OC was on leave, complainant SDPO took charge and registered the present case at Bandari PS case number 720 under section 302 of IPC and endorsed the matter to me. In my investigation, I arrested accused and brought to the PS and interrogated him thoroughly. The weapon used by the accused are also all seized and prepared seizure memo. The MO seized are 12-bore SBBL gun with broken band barrel, Nokia mobile phone bearing number so-and-so, and PowerPoint charger. I prepared the seizure memo. Exhibit P1 is the said seizure memo, and Exhibit P1 sees my name and signature. At the time of interrogation of the accused, he admitted before me that he has beaten his brother to death by using weapon mentioned in the seizure memo, which are broken weapon SBBL gun. Exhibit such and such are the broken SBBL gun, seized SBBL gun. I exhibited what after I verified as shown to me today. I also verified all the documents forwarded to the court. During investigation, I examined prosecution witnesses who are acquainted of this case. In the light of the above statement, evidence and findings that are the case was well established to charge accused under section 302 of the IPC. Therefore, submitted the charge sheet against accused under section 302 of the IPC as prima facie case for trial along with list of prosecution witnesses and relied documents. I can identify the accused is present today. Exhibit P7 is the charge sheet submitted by me. Exhibit P7 is my signature on the charge sheet. Then the cross-examination, Your Lordship, at page 91. The circumstantial evidence gathered during the course of investigation led me to determine that the present case is of murder. As the alleged crime was alleged to have been committed during the middle of the night, and as such, there were no eyewitnesses to the alleged crime. However, in the course of investigation, some people from the village told me that they heard gunshot when they were sleeping, but they could not make it out who fired the shot. No bullet injuries were found on the body of the victim during inquest. During investigation, I came to understand that there was difference between accused and the victim over inheritance, which led to a misunderstanding between the brothers. During investigation, accused stated to me that his action was in self-defense. However, since there is no eyewitness, I cannot vouch to the suggestion that the action of accused is in self-defense or intentional. I deny the suggestion that accused should have the benefit of 304 IPC instead of 302 IPC. In the Lordship, the defense witness, Your Lordship, page 98. Married, my lord.
Who is he?
He is a government primary school teacher.
Johnny
posted at
Kikon.
Bandari.
Johnny Kikon.
Johnny Kikun, yes, Your Lordship. Married, my lord.
He's the only defense.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Yes.
I am a government primary school teacher posted at Bandari. Accused and his family are my immediate neighbor at Etsu Colony, Bandari town. Accused families are not only my neighbor, but his mother being from my village, Old Tsori. We too have also family relations. Accused, including the deceased and the other younger brothers, were my students while I was teaching at Don Bosco School, Bandari. Being associated with them for the last 16 to 17 years as an immediate neighbor, and also a teacher and tutor to them, I could observe the different traits and characters of accused and his other siblings, who are all boys. Being a family of boys, only there were at times when certain altercations used to take place among the brothers. All these years, whenever certain altercations take place among them, one of them, that is late Opontong, is found to be in aggressive mood, the deceased, Your Lordship. Late Opontong is found to be in aggressive mood, who used to often resort to arming himself with whatever weapons or fatal materials that he could lay his hand. In 2017 and 2018, accused used to assist me maintaining my vehicle. And in later part of 2019, accused was sent to his native village to supervise road construction under PMGSY project. I noticed the deceased, late Opentang, going to his village at times when accused was in the village. So when I asked him why he often goes to his village, to which he replied that his elder brother, that is the accused, is working very hard in the village. So as to relieve him at times, he goes to the village. By this expression, I could understand the bond of love and affection between the brothers. In one of those frequent visits by the deceased to help accused, date as such, I'm not sure, but most probably 19 or 20th March 2020 at around 8 to 8:30, I received a call from accused to my mobile phone, where he informed me that his younger brother, deceased, late Opentang, is under the influence of alcohol. Before the incident, this was reported to the defense witness, Your Lordship, that his younger brother, late Opentang, is under the influence of alcohol and is creating nuisance by arming himself with a firearm and strolling alone, intimidating accused. So I told accused to escape and leave the deceased all by himself. Thereafter, the same night at around 11 to 12 p.m., I received another call from accused, and when I pick up his call, he was not in a state to speak clearly, rather he was crying and told me, Ata means elder brother, Your Lordship. I have murdered my younger brother, which was not intended. On hearing that, I scolded him and told him that in our earlier telephonic talk, I told you to stay away from him since he was armed. And in reply, accused told me that he did stay away from him and was staying in his house. But the deceased came in search of him with a gun and tried to shoot him. So in the process, when they were wrestling for the gun, accidentally a part of the gun hit my younger brother, to which he succumbed to injury and died. So please report to the police and tell them to take me into custody. To this, I am to say that the deceased has the tendency to arm himself and attack other persons. The unfortunate incident may have occurred at the behest of the aggressive and intimidating nature of the deceased, late Opontang. By the narration of the incident by accused, it can be safely concluded that the unfortunate incident was accidental with no intention. Why I arrive at this opinion is that had accused had intention to injure his brother, he would not have surrendered before the police, but could have absconded. I would like to further state that all these years, I have not noticed any indulgence in criminal activities by any of the brothers, nor is there any record to show the involvement of the brothers in any police report. In Your Lordship, page 100 is the statement under 313. May I read, my lord?
Yes.
The examination of the accused under section 313 CRPC, age about so and so, taken before me, Judge Waka, on 3rd day of June 2022 in Nagamese language, interpreted by me. Then the question, Your Lordship. While adducing evidence, PW1 SDPO, namely El Sukumo Kikon, has stated that on 19/3/2020, he received an information through phone that one person had been murdered at Leo Waka Old Village, and on reaching the village, he was told that you have hit your brother Opontong on his head with a 12-bore SBBL gun, causing his death, and so the dead body lying on the bed. He also identified a gun and you. What do you say? My brother Opentong shot the gun at me. So for my self-defense, while scuffs and snatching the gun, I hit the deceased with the gun butt. Then question 2, Your Lordship. Mr. C. Yanpemo Shitio PW2, who is the IO of the case, has deposed that you murdered your own brother by beating him to death with SBBL gun, and while preparing the inquest report, saw injury mark on the forehead, and his head portion was smashed. What do you say to this? I hit only my brother Opentang head, and he fell down on the ground. PW3, question number 3, Your Lordship. PW3 in Rebemo Humtsoi deposed that on the evening of 19/3/20, he saw you and your brother arguing with each other for a reason which he don't know and told both of you to settle down. Around 10:30 to 11 p.m., he heard a gunshot, and at the same time, you woke him up saying that you have killed your brother Opentang and saw him lying on the ground, which happened in his residential compound. What do you have to say? It was my younger brother Opentang who first shot me with the gun. So for my self-defense, I took the gun from him after scuffling with him and hit him. Question number 4. PW3 has further deposed that he saw the 12-bore SBBL gun on the ground, which was broken and the barrel bent. He also identified you. What do you have to say? Yes, after hitting my brother Opentang with the 12-bore SBBL gun, I smashed the gun on the ground. So the gun broke and the barrel was also bent due to smashing it on the ground. Question number 5. PW4 Sanchu Otungoi, head GB of the Leo village, Waka, deposed that when he asked who murdered Opentang, you replied that you have killed your own brother by hitting him with a gun. He also further stated that he saw injury mark on the side of the head. What do you have to say? The injury on the head is due to hitting of his head by the gun. What do you have to say anything in your defense? For my self-defense, only the incident happened. Will you adduce evidence for self-defense? Yes, I will bring my defense witness. The examination was taken in my presence and hearing and contains a full and true account of the statement by the accused. In your lordship, the judgment. My lord, if my lord may kindly appreciate this, as far as the witnesses are concerned, any witness that has deposed against the accused person, the quality of the examination, the quality of the evidence that has been adduced, there's not even a single sterling witness that can give confidence to the court to arrive to a conclusion that it is indeed a case of murder and not an act in self-defense. So in this case, your lordship, the accused person actually deserves the benefit under section 9900 of the IPC, the action in self-defense. And
Section
9900, your lordship.
99.
The IPC, your lordship, yes, 99 and 100. Your lordship, starting from section 97, your lordship. May I read, my lord?
Yes.
Section 97, right of private defense of the body and of property. Every person has a right, subject to the restrictions contained in section 99, to defend first his own body and the body of any other person against any offense affecting the human body. Secondly, the property, whether movable or immovable, of himself or of any other person against any act which is an offense falling under the definition of theft, robbery. That one is not applicable in this case, your lordship, but a defense of one's own body and the body of any other person against an offense affecting the human body. Then, Your Lordship, we come to section 99, Your Lordship. Act against which there is no right of private defense. There is no right of private defense against an act which does not necessarily cause the apprehension of death or grievous hurt. These are exceptions, Your Lordship. When there is, which does not reasonably cause the apprehension of death or of grievous hurt, if done or attempted to be done by a public servant acting in good faith under his office, though that act may not be strictly justifiable by law, there is no right of private defense against an act which does not reasonably cause the apprehension of death or of grievous hurt, if done or attempted to be done by the direction of a public servant, Your Lordship. Then the third condition, Your Lordship, there is no right of private defense in cases where there is time to have recourse to the protection of the public authorities. This is the most important, Your Lordship. The right to private defense does not lie where there is time to have recourse to the protection of public authorities. Then, Your Lordship, shall we go to section 100, my lord?
No, you read the next one.
Yes, Your
Extent.
Lordship. Extent to which, yes, my lord, my apologies, Your Lordship, to which the right may be exercised. The right of private defense in no case extends to inflicting more harm than it is necessary to inflict the purpose of defense. Explanation 1, a person is not deprived of the right of private defense against an act done or attempted to be done by a public servant, as such, unless he knows or has reason to believe that the person doing the act is such public servant. Then 2, a person is not deprived of the right of private defense against an act done or attempted to be done by the direction of public servant unless he knows or has reason to believe that the person doing the act is acting by such directions, or unless such person states the authority under which he acts, or if he has authority in writing, unless he produces such authority if demanded. Then section 100, my lord. When the right of private defense of the body extends to causing death, the right of private defense of the body extends under the restrictions mentioned in the last preceding section to the voluntary causing of death or of any other harm to the assailant, if the offense which occasions the exercise of the right be of any of the descriptions hereinafter enumerated, namely, firstly, such an assault as may reasonably cause the apprehension that death will not otherwise be the consequence of such assault. Secondly, such an assault as may reasonably cause the apprehension that grievous hurt will otherwise be the consequence of such assault. Thirdly, an assault with the intention of committing rape. Fourthly, an assault with the intention of gratifying unnatural lust. Fifthly, an assault with the intention of kidnapping or abducting. Sixthly, an assault with the intention of wrongfully confining a person under circumstances which may reasonably cause him to apprehend that he will be unable to have recourse to the public authorities for his release. Seventhly, an act of throwing or administering acid, or an attempt to throw or administer acid which may reasonably cause the apprehension that grievous hurt will otherwise be the consequence of such act. So, Your Lordship, here, the first exception, such an assault as may reasonably cause the apprehension that death will otherwise be the consequence of such assault. As far as this case is concerned, when unfortunately the younger brother, the deceased, brought a gun and fired at his brother, the accused, it falls under the first exception, that it reasonably caused the apprehension that death will otherwise be the consequence of such assault. So, my lord, I have never been into such, been in such a circumstance or such a situation. But my lord, we may kindly, Your Lordship may kindly allow me to read through the judgment of the court below, or show the judgments of the apex court.
See,
Where, yes, your
can
lordship.
we do one thing? Can
My
we
lord.
resume
My
again some other day?
On Monday,
Tuesday perhaps?
Tuesday,
Tuesday is also
Monday we have
fine.
fixed many matters.
Yes,
my lord,
This will be part hard.
yes, yes.
my lord.
Evidence is only 5 prosecution witnesses.
Yes, my lord.
And 1 defense witnesses.
Yes, your lordship.
Your basic case is that it's an act of self-defense.
My
It
lord.
comes under one of the exceptions. So please write hard in part, list again on 26,
26,
no, 25th,
25. Oh, yes, my lord.
25th
25.
of June 2022. For hearing as part hard.
Yes.
Oblige, your lordship.
You bring all your authorities which you want to rely upon.
Yes, your
Like
lordship.
And if you make sure that you give in advance
My lord,
so that they can get the copies.
my lord. Your lordship, I'm told that my lord is going to visit your old school in Mokokchung. I didn't know that your lordship even studied here, my lord.
40 years back.
That's few years back, your lordship.
Anyway.
Thank you.